Hi, I'm Mike with Ware Landscaping, and we are at one of my favorite all-time customers' houses. We did a huge drainage system here 3 years ago, and it's worked wonderfully. Just wanted to do like a quick follow-up on how everything's working. You can see the whole yard back here is all very lightly and subtly graded to the drainage system. You can kind of see as we walk through the yard, like the system runs all the way through here, it runs through here, and it's pretty hidden. You really can't see it. You've got these drains, no squishiness at all throughout the year. And now they don't have to worry about any sitting water. It naturally used to drain this way into the neighbor's yard over here. Now it goes into the system. It's gonna go out into the front, into the storm sewer.
2019, my yard was flooding like unbelievable. We had a house adjacent from our backyard that was built. It was new construction. They raised the foundation, and I started taking on all the water from his lot, my neighbor's lot. So like 3 lots of water were coming into my backyard. It took 13 hours to pump this out. I found Mike Ware with Ware Landscaping, and I'm here today to be proof that his work is amazing. I highly recommend this system. 3 years, I've had no issues whatsoever. I am super satisfied. I can enjoy my yard all summer, and I actually get excited when it rains. I literally will stand out in my backyard and I'll text my wife saying I'm outside and the yard is bone dry and it's downpouring cats and dogs.
What we're installing is a French drain here, all through the low points. They used to have massive flooding all throughout their backyard. You can see all the low points. And then everything is pitched down to this corner and then out to the front. You can see that there's catch basins here at the bottom to collect all the water. And we'll shave those down and put caps on them when we're all done with the grade. And you can see what the trench looks like. We put a fabric around a really, really hard, rigid pipe. Some things that we have to go around, we'll have to go around the sprinklers, the cables. This house has a pool too, so then that makes it a little bit more difficult. You can see for me in there, installing all the 3/4 clean gravel, and it's really important that it's clean so then none of the fines get into the drainage system. But the gravel is going to also provide a lot of stability, so there's no mushy areas. Really happy with how this is turning out. This is the finished product. You can see the swale and the drainage system that runs through the low point and the collection basins. Now our system will collect all the water, and then it's going to transport it out to the front to a storm sewer in the front. We also did a putting green for them there. Now they're going to be able to play bags back here and totally enjoy the yard. And then from here, the system runs out to the front and drains into the storm sewer. We offer a 10-year, no questions asked guarantee that you'll never have sitting water in your yard after we do a project. And I kind of just wanted to do like a 3-year follow-up video with you on how everything's working and what it's like since we've put the system in.
Well, first off, I really want to thank you. This yard is beautiful because of you.
Oh.
It used to be a lake, and now it's a fun yard that my kids can play in. We can entertain our families, and this is kind of the dream backyard we wanted, and you helped take that to the next level by solving that problem. Now my neighbor, whose backyard used to flood,
Yeah.
and you guys put a drain right by our fence, you know, connecting yards. Now he can put a shed in.
That's awesome.
So he's so excited because before he was like, I want to put a shed, but it floods back there.
And that's a real common question that people will ask. Is this going to affect the neighbors? And is it going to make it worse for the neighbors? I always tell people, no, it's actually going to improve it, because all the water that would usually run over into the neighbors is going to go into the system and then go out to the front. I remember when we were installing the system, it was probably one of the hottest days of the year.
Yes.
It was in August. And probably like a week later, remember a few pieces of sod died?
And you came out right away, you fixed it. Anything that I didn't like, you fixed extra stuff.
Yeah.
So that was the greatest thing, because while you guys were here, I was like, hey, could you fix this or do this? Yeah. You did. You put the golf. Everything has been. I mean, I'm super happy. I can't thank you enough, Mike.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Mark. What about price? How were we with like?
So,
what got the cheapest option?
yes.
It's a really common. People are like, oh, well, can you match this? Can you do that? And a lot of times we can't because our systems are.
So I am very particular about my yard.
Yeah.
I'm very hands-on with my yard, and I researched you and multiple companies, and the reason I found you was because there was another company in another state that does what you did.
Yeah.
And I actually offered to pay him to come down.
Really?
And he wouldn't come down, and then by the stroke of God or whatever, I found you somehow on the internet.
Awesome.
And you had the exact system I wanted.
Oh, that's awesome.
So when I saw the price, I did get other quotes, but the quality of the other pipes, you can't even compare it.
Yeah.
They're flimsy, they collapse after a couple of years. You know, here I am 3 years later. That's why I wanted to really speak out to help other people that are on the fence. You know, don't let the price bother you because it's a long time investment.
That's
you know,
great.
you're gonna be in your backyard having memories. You won't have any anxiety.
Yeah. I think another question too people ask is like about the grading, and I always really put an emphasis on the grading because that's what maximizes the system. If everything is graded to the system, it's going to be fully utilized. And for like example with your yard, the grading was a very big part of it. Can you see, like, I'm a dork, and when it's raining really hard, I'll literally go through my yard and take videos in the rain like a crazy person, which it makes me excited because then it can show people how well it's working.
Yeah.
But when it's raining really hard, can like, because of the way everything's graded to it.
Yeah,
like,
you can see like some of the water like going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, you mentioned too, I remember you said like with your kids, like you said how your kids can't even really notice that it's in there. And when people come over, they can't even notice. Is that pretty?
Yeah, so that's the cool thing is because the drains are in the grass. You can't really see it once the grass is growing.
Yeah.
And then, when we do have some people over, we'll say, hey, just be mindful of these. So if you're running around, but they're green caps.
Yeah.
It's hidden, so I love it.